Having the experience of all things, at times it makes it difficult to focus in on one or pick one to talk about. Not that focus at all is a hard thing. It's just what thing to specifically address can become an issue, because nothing needs to be talked about, but things are happening. So therefore we're talking about things, and we're creating things by what we say, think, and do. Period. All right. From that point, I have things like I go to the school a couple times, and they're all talking about how things were and how things aren't going back to how they were, and that's because school itself will never be the same, because the ideas and the topics we've been learning were totally sort of far-fetched and silly. Like, we don't have to do any of this stuff we're doing in school, and it's okay that none of those things are going back that way. The thing is, when you tell people the truth about that, or the truth about anything, nothing really matters. When it comes to numbers, the truth about the 369 is true. It works out to be true in this existence. But numbers themselves don't even have anything to do with numbers. Numbers themselves are just concepts that we use to explain things so that we can make account of something. Mental account. And before we had to have mental account, there was things that weren't numbers. They were just concepts. And in order to have physical, you write it down on paper, you visualize the number, you have to have a mental account of it, so you put it physical, so it's easier to keep as a mental account. I know it sounds wild to say it that way. When you say count, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what? Just counting. We're making up things to say and do. Those are just thought words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are just words, and every other word after that is another word. So, that truth being said, in school, we shouldn't be teaching the stuff we teach. We should be allowing kids to expand their minds and guide them while they do. That's obvious. And then also, we shouldn't be telling people about the past history of stuff like that unless they want to know, or unless they... Basically, it's like, tell me the stories of other people's lives instead of mine. Because, yes, they are all part of the one thing, but no one of them was more important than the other. So what they did was stuff to learn from and take as lessons or as once happenings. You know, they're not things that are meant to be repeated or dwelled upon. That's what we should stop doing. We should teach that forgiveness is the first and most important thing. We should also make compassion a school subject. Why wouldn't we? If we want people to care about each other, teach compassion, not teach economics so that we can go into a war structure fighting over nothing, fighting over things that make no sense. There's plenty for everybody, and the people that are hogging it up are the ones who don't realize it for some ungodly reason. But they're ungodding themselves by doing that, because they're taking and they're not giving. Anyway, that's what I want to say for now, and peace.